Well, I just think we're getting more consistent with our play on both ends of the floor and kind of understanding what's good for us and what's not good for us, and trying to make sure that we're playing to our strengths and staying away from our weaknesses. And I think our guys are starting to get acclimated with each other, understanding what we've got to do to be successful in certain games. And I think they've been very efficient here the last couple of weeks.
Now, this is now year 2 for you taking over this program. How do you feel like these guys have continued to buy in to this system, the expectations and the culture that you're trying to implement here at Carroll?
Well, the guys have done everything we've asked them to do since day one. They've bought in. I think sometimes it's hard if you don't get a win to kind of understand kind of how it all plays into it. And I think there's times where they're doing everything we ask them to do, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. I mean, another team makes a good play or whatever the case may be, and you just got to work your way through that process. It's a process. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I think these guys have bought in from day one. I think our leadership has been great from our seniors this year, Miles and Brody, and those guys have done a tremendous job of working extremely hard day in and day out and making our younger guys kind of figure out what this is all about as well. And again, our schedule's been very brutal, but at the same time, so is everybody else. So we've got to just kind of find a way to do what we do well, to put ourselves in a position to be there in the end, and hopefully make one more play than the other team.
Yeah, you talk about what's on deck for the SAC. You got a really good Southside team coming up this Friday. What comes to mind when you take a look at this edition of Southside?
Well, again, I think they're very well coached. I think JJ does a great job. I think they're very disciplined on both ends of the floor. I think they take care of the basketball really well. They're really good at running the stuff that they want to get and the actions that they want to get guys, certain guys, the basketball in certain spots. And then defensively, they're just very solid, and they're not going to beat themselves on the defensive end. They're going to make you work for everything you get. And that's the same thing with Snyder the next week and Homestead the next week and all those kind of things. Like you're in that conference where everybody has a chance to do it night in and night out. It's just who can be consistent and who can stay with the ebbs and flows to be able to get to what you've got to do for your team to be successful on that given night.
Yeah, you talk about just trying to stay in that race where it feels like it's anybody's team right, or anybody can win this conference just with so many teams with one loss right now. How do you implement to these guys just what's just the task at hand on Friday, knowing every single game matters, and that, again, it's pretty wide open right now for an SAC time?
Yeah, we talk a lot about possession by possession and making sure that you take care of the possession that matters right now, the possession that you're in. And hopefully our guys are kind of getting that message as they kind of work their way through it. And again, it's one game at a time. Friday night's the game we got to take care of. That's the game that's on task for us right now, and then we'll work on the next one after that one. But right now at Southside, it's what we've got to do to be successful against them. We got 4 days to prepare for it and get ready for it, and they're a very good team. It'll be a very good night. It'll be a very good game, high school basketball game. Just looking forward to the opportunity to play.
I was going to say, knowing this is our highlight zone game of the week, anytime we get a chance to come out on Friday night in this state, just what are you most excited about? Just when you make the trip to Southside on Friday? Just
that you get the opportunity to play. You get the opportunity to be in an environment to where that game matters. It's going to dictate who's going to position themselves for that particular week to go ahead in the conference and maybe step back in the conference, whatever the case may be. But you've got to take care of yourself, and you got to do the things that you've got to do. We've got to make sure that we're a team that takes care of the basketball. We got to make sure we rebound that first miss, and then we've got to just be solid on the defensive end.